And if you step out there, you're immediately fired. Like, no questions asked. If you're out there, you are just fired because, like, you'll die. You'll just die.
Yeah.
Like, and so he's, put a lot of energy. Oh my God.
No, you're good.
Sorry, sir. But he's put a lot of energy into just being able to, like, fuck. Or fucking tomato sandwiches, just mayonnaise, tomato, and pepper and salt.
Ooh,
Dude,
shit.
used to be bussin'. This was actually fun as fuck.
All right, you're here today with another episode from the Third Eye View. You're here with your boy ZOM-B. I'm here with the one and only Noa Pakootas. Thanks for having me on, bro.
Yes, sir. No, thank you for having me on.
I was about to say I messed up.
Yeah,
Dude, thanks for having me in the studio, man.
Yeah.
As you guys can tell, this is not the usual area that we do it in. This is my man's studio that he has in Spokane.
Yeah.
So anyone that's in Spokane, make sure I'm gonna put all of your socials and all that down below.
For
so
sure,
people
for sure.
start
And
hitting you up, man.
I'll tag my boy in it. And,
Fuck yeah.
And yeah, this is Panoramic Dreams Recording Studio.
Yep.
It'll be open to the public soon.
Yep.
We're still under construction. I finally got my room done, mostly done.
Yeah. Yeah. This is his area.
This is the beat production studio. This is the and kind of slight podcast setup.
Slight
But
podcast.
Yeah.
I know this is a pretty good. Like as soon as I saw this, I was like, this is where it's gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, this is where it's gonna happen.
Well,
man.
the main reason I set it up like this is just because if people are in here like listening to beats and shit, I want them to be able to chill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I want them to have a spot where they can sit, eat their lunch, or write, or
Yeah.
just be able to kick back.
And it's cool not to have them like right on your
Exactly,
ass.
bro.
Like I hate it in my room with it right on my ass
Yeah,
sometimes, bro.
you gotta keep that distance. Yeah, exactly.
You're like, let me create. Y'all can hear it from over here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I'll
for
play
real.
beats from my side of the room. Y'all can vibe on your side of the room.
Y'all
just
fucking
kick
keep
it.
all your crumbs and all that shit over here, bro.
Exactly, bro. Make it easy to vacuum and shit. Yeah.
Shit. So when did you have the idea of starting your own studio?
Fuck, I didn't. I personally didn't. I was ready to just kind of, make beats out my bedroom and do that type of shit. But I met TS through my Uncle James, and dude, he's the most driven guy I've ever met. Like,
That's fire.
Anything he dreams, he just fucking does. He's inspirational as shit. He has 2 kids, and he does everything.
Dude.
Like, since we've been in here, he's done like 90% of the construction shit. Like, there's been some times where we have like the landlord's contractors come in and work on some shit, but like he did all of the drywall in my room. He did like all the texturing. He did all I did was paint. Like,
you're like hey.
Dude, he's been sourcing everything. But yeah, so all of this is like just the brainchild of TS. He wanted a spot in Spokane just for hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so he's a mixing, mastering genius, and he's also a recording artist and stuff like that. But
which you said the kind of like the scene here is not really. I mean, like those were studios here, but not really like hip hop rap.
Exactly.
Based.
Exactly. If you want to go to a spot that is you'll be accepted for the hip hop that you make, like you'll be hard pressed to find an actual spot.
Yeah.
So this has just been his dream for the last couple of years. He had a spot downtown, which it was just. I never went to it. James has been to it, but I guess it was just just a 1-room kind of office space, and he made some fucking magic there.
Damn.
And so I'm excited to see just kind of what happens from this space, man. Like,
yeah,
it's
definitely an upgrade, man. Especially like what you're saying, just like one little spot. Y'all got like 8 rooms in this bitch.
Yeah. we're gonna have spots for like hella producers and shit. Like we got Darby Megan, DJ Spicy Ketchup in here to make it. Yeah, dude, he's fire, bro. He's fire.
Yeah.
He makes some badass electronic music. We're gonna have my Uncle James in. He's a lot more business side of it. Business minded, I should say. But he also makes some fire ass beats, and he's an awesome recording artist. And he's also like the people I'm like that are here with. Like I feel like I'm kind of out of place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've just been in college, and now I'm a dad and shit, and so like a lot of my time is like taken up by a bunch of like other shit. You know what I mean? And so. Like, it's cool to be around people that are just, like, so driven by this shit.
Well, and they can, like, you probably, and can understand, like, your situation, like, you have a kid and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like if you went to, like, just a normal studio and tried to just, like, work with them.
Exactly. It's just been all love, like, and it's been a process, like, being in here. We've been in here, like, TS has had the building since, like, late October.
Damn.
And the goal was to have it done, like, end of November, and then I got pushed back to end of December, and then I got pushed back, and it's just been getting pushed back just because, he wants it to be perfect, and it's fucking right there, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm excited to show you his room. I don't know if he's going to be in today. But I want to like I'll send you pictures of his room and shit because it's fucking sick.
The booth, no,
yeah,
the
yeah.
booth,
He's put some fucking energy into this shit.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
And is it like a legit booth? Like
man,
you got like they walk in there, got their own space.
It's it's sick. It's sick. Like he's definitely had to make do with the space that he has, but he's a fucking genius, dude. He's made it work, and it sounds incredible in there. Like we're on Sprague.
Yeah.
And so there's hella traffic and shit. Like after like 5:30 to 7, like you can't hear nothing in here. You know what I mean? And so he's put a lot of energy. Oh my god. Sorry, sir. But he's put a lot of energy into just being able to like fucking record in his space. You know what I mean? And so he's sound treated. He's done so much. Like it's actually ridiculous.
And is he all self-taught too, or is he, or do you kind of get like some training, like word of mouth type thing?
Like training, like
did he all self-taught himself, or has he had some kind of like education from somebody?
So he's from Tacoma, and you should get him on sometime. Next time you're up, you'll have to talk to him, and I'll try to coerce him, or not coerce him, but
let's get him on.
Get him on, exactly, because he's got a lot to say. He's a genius, dude. But he's from Tacoma. And he was like a recording artist, and he mixed and mastered his own stuff and his buddy's stuff for a lot of years, like since he was like 16 or some shit. But he moved out here a couple years ago. I still don't know when, but he graduated from SFCC with the audio engineering program in 2018, and so that's where he got a lot of his training from. And he's just been in the book, like he reads the most books I've ever seen anybody read. Like he's always like studying, always watching interviews, always like just constantly learning. Like dude's got an energy that is unmatched.
Bro, and you need that. It's hard.
Exactly.
It's hard to find that too, to be honest.
No, straight up. Yeah, and it's infectious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like,
you don't want to bring him down. You know,
yeah, exactly.
You want to be on his level.
Exactly. That's why I've been like just hungry to get in here and like just ready to get this shit cracking. So
dude,
I can pull my weight and be able to like any artist that comes in, if they need beats, like I just want to be the guy that's here for that.
Yeah.
So it can just bring more people.
And then you can send his ass right over across the hall, dude. Yeah.
Exactly. Spread the bread around.
Yeah, for real. You're like, "Hi, thank you." Now go over to my homie.
Straight up. Yeah. But yeah, like if you're in Spokane looking to make hip hop, like you don't want anybody else to mix and master your shit. Like there's people that can, and you'll end up with good quality stuff. Like I won't say no names. Like it's all love out here.
Yeah.
But, TS, he's incredible. He takes really, really good care of every track he listens to, every track he records.
And if you just want to help like a studio come up, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like if you want to like go and just be one of the first artists that work in the studio, I mean, like why not?
Well, I mean, the opening day, he's planning on having like 50 artists and 50 like he's got big names coming through here. Do you know Django?
Yeah. He has Django coming through here?
Dude, Django's a close homie. Yeah. Django's a close homie. Django's gonna be in here. Gosh, what's his name? Young Neves. He's probably gonna end up being in here. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He's got connects, bro. But then like the other 50 is supposed to be like just like business personnel and stuff like that. Like I showed you the conference room.
Yeah.
Like that's just gonna be like we're gonna be meeting in there like probably once a week doing like business talk and stuff. Like he's been coaching me through kind of the way I should be making money and the way I how I should be recording like all my taxes and shit like that. And so like he's very business minded, and so if you want a person to, help propel your music career, like definitely come to him.
Dude,
just for like recording, mixing, and mastering, and for just the vision of it, because he takes fucking care. We were recording out of my basement for months. You know what I mean?
Damn.
And we had.
Hey man, you gotta start somewhere.
Exactly.
I'm in my fucking bedroom, as all of you guys see.
Exactly. But it like. Yeah, every person that came through there was like, man, like what the fuck? Like he's making this shit out of the basement, the basement, bro. Man. And like I like that shit.
I'm just like, yeah, dude. Some of those like they all don't start off in these big old studios, man. Yeah, they all start off somewhere like on a keyboard or in their room, just making it, and then they're like, bro, like I can make this like into some bread, you know.
And he's been just making moves. Him and his wife are fucking crazy. Like, well, not crazy, but they're very business minded, very motivated and stuff. La Pica Chica on Instagram, she makes chamoy candy. It's
like you're saying,
dude. It's so good. Like
you
walk past like those big like candy bags in the back. Man, my God, she'll sell that in like a week or some crazy ass shit. Like, man. Dude, she is baller.
Dude, especially in like the city, man. Like that's when, man. That's what I just like in the valley, man. It's so hard, bro. Like just trying to like make a business or make it come up or some shit, dude. Like
it's isolated down there. You know
it's
what I mean?
Hella
you guys are
isolated.
just in a valley,
dude. And everybody hates. Like I don't know. Like you probably have hate up here, but also everyone like. It's probably like 50-50, but everyone down there hates, man. It's just like...
I know. Like, nobody... There's never love, you know what I mean? No, like, everybody just kind of wants what you got down there.
Yeah.
And, I mean, there's still good people down there. Like, don't get me wrong, but it's a weird kind of... everybody that's down there just wants to leave, and everybody that's away doesn't want to go back. And
yeah.
Like, but I'm kind of interested. Like, my end goal is to be kind of remote. You know what I mean? Being able to work from anywhere that's got Wi-Fi, that type of shit, and be like self-sustainable on the internet. And because that's just kind of where this shit is kind of leading. Like, I don't want to get political, but it's been shut down for a fucking while.
Yeah.
And so you gotta stay up with kind of the times.
Yeah. Well, kind of like what you were saying, how like in some of your classes you had like 30 and 40, 50-year-olds in some of your classes at school, you know? So it's like they probably obviously had that click in their head, like some old heads don't, that they need to like start getting with the times.
Yeah. Like, I don't even think it was like that. Like the old heads that were in there, they loved it. They were all fucking star student. Like, I kind of I was a slacker, bro. I was a slacker, right? But like they were hungry for it.
But maybe if they made it just a little bit more interesting, like, it's still school, it's still but if they made it just a little bit more interesting, like, you're like nah. I still would have been chilling.
No, the content was awesome. Like, I feel like I learned a lot. I feel like a lot of the stuff that I learned there I can carry forward. It's just we never touched hip hop.
Yeah, touched hip hop.
And a lot of and since it was all online, like, it was all out of a book. You watch videos, you taught it to yourself, and like, I won't speak bad on none of the teachers and everything, but man, like, nobody was prepared for that shit. You know what I mean? Nobody knew how to teach totally online
when COVID hit.
Yeah, exactly. Nope, nobody knew.
Yeah, that's why so many like Don, so many people were just like, I'm just gonna wait until that shit goes back.
Yeah, that's fucking
school.
Dude, that's smart. Well, I bet he's getting some fucking knowledge.
Yeah, well, like, he also has like, I think ADHD, so he says that he already has trouble like within school in general. So like he could not just stare at a fucking computer all day. And
My God, dude. Like, but I was telling you, I was locked in the basement for months. That's all I did. That's all I fucking did. Like, I disappeared off social media for a long fucking time because I didn't have nothing going on. Yeah. Because I was just in the basement. I was just doing homework every day, watching Zoom videos, playing video games, making beats, just doing that shit. And I mean, it was all right. I lived and I got through it, and I feel, I've grown from that experience of just being just totally isolated and like, I feel so comfortable just kind of with myself. Like, I could sit with my thoughts for fucking days now. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, it was a weird time. And so I can understand like Don was smart for waiting.
Yeah, waiting.
He was smart.
Yeah, he was definitely smart for doing that. And even though he's just gonna get out of it a year later, he's still still getting it.
But that's the thing. Like, there's no fucking rules to this shit. You know what I mean? You can do anything at whatever pace you want.
Whatever pace you want. Yeah.
Like,
so would you recommend like? You can say what you want about the school because you never know who might see the fucking video.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, would you recommend that school for someone that is trying to like come up in the industry? Okay, well, let me ask you two ways. Like me, someone that has no knowledge whatsoever of music and then wants to like get into the music industry. Is that a good place to go?
It all depends on how driven you are and how like what your aptitude is for learning. Because man, I know for 100% I could have taught myself all that shit. Yeah. I easily college is there just for like a guideline. You know what I mean? Like, everything's just laid out in a convenient fucking way.
That makes sense.
There was a slight intermission. These are the only nice shoes I've ever bought myself, and it was like 2 years ago. Damn. They're LeBrons
bro, and them shits glow in the dark.
They glow in the dark, bro. They're like purple and teal, bro. I be flexing,
dude.
Bro.
I know. I just like walk by. I was like, wait, what the fuck? He's glowing, bro.
I can't buy myself new shoes no more. I feel too bad. You know what I mean? Like, I just can't. I can't spend that much money. My brother's big into shoes.
The shoes, dude. Some sneakerheads.
He bought some like $350 Dunks, bro, and he just wears them every day. He's like, no, I'll get some more sometime. It's like, damn, bro, like you can sleep at night doing that shit. It's like, bro, I can't. Shit. Yeah, I think these were like $120. I was like,
you're like, fuck, man,
this is breaking the bank, bro. I can't be doing this
every day, bro.
No, straight up.
So
right, what were we talking?
We were talking about Spokane Falls, but you're at the part where you said that for someone like you could actually like probably teach all that shit for yourself. Yeah. It's like a big college, there's a big community, like a big guideline. Really.
Yeah. So all really college is, well, especially I'll speak on audio engineering for sure at SFCC. Yeah. All that course is just laid out from the ground up, like how you should go about being an audio engineer, how you should go about mixing and mastering, how you should go about doing live sound. And it just starts at the very basic shit. Like, excuse me. We started off just like talking about, hardware. Like, one of my first classes was with, I won't say no names, but it was like I'm trying to remember the exact name of it, but it was like an electronics class.
Yeah.
Like we started out as like what's a transistor? It started at like literally just what the shit was made of.
Yeah.
And then it just built up from that. Just so you have a really solid from the ground up
really good
foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you wanted to learn like how to be an audio engineer or be a music producer, like the internet is so crazy nowadays. Like I learned to produce off FL Studio from like, I mean, my buddy Jay Scott kind of taught me, and he took me under his wing, and he gave me his cracked version of FL Studio.
Yeah.
But like, that's where I started, is just like from having a homie being like, okay, here's what this does, like, and then I just spent hours and hours and hours and hours and hours just watching people on YouTube, just like how they do it and what their sound is and how they get it to sound like that and what samples people are using and how, you know, all that shit. And so you can just teach yourself how to do it all. You know what I mean?
It just may take a little bit longer, but essentially it's all the same knowledge.
But it doesn't have to. It's just how driven are you to do this, you know what I mean? And that just goes with anything in life.
With anything,
you know what I mean? Like,
so now say you are like a musical prodigy and you don't have a degree under your belt. You know, like 4 or 5 different instruments. You know how to make a beat. You know how to like what a reverb, a EQ, compressor, all that shit is. Is that?
Do you think they should go to the college?
Yeah.
I mean, no, man.
Yeah.
Like if you are that good at music already, it's like, man, you can find a way to make it.
Yeah, you can find a way.
Like you can just sell your skills, you know what I mean? Like you can play piano for somebody and make money off that, and then just do what you want, and then, you know, like.
Because that's what a lot of people at my school, like when I see them in like some of the Discord chats, they're like, because they've been playing, like some of them are like, dude, I've been playing music for fucking ever, and they're like, I already know all this shit, dude. And then some people are like, I don't know a goddamn thing anyone's talking about, and I'm like, damn, it's just like. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've learned a lot from that school, don't get me wrong, but there's some of the stuff that I can just tell some of the people are like, bro, is this really what I'm paying money for?
Like, some of the music, so I took a year of music theory before I went, or not music theory, music education before doing the audio engineering program, and I had to take like, I took 6 music theory courses, attended 4, you know what I mean? And so I had a strong understanding of music theory and chord progressions and, you know, all that type of shit, and so for the audio engineering program, like they dabbled into it a little bit. We had a couple classes that were like contemporary harmony classes that were really awesome, and they really went deep into it. But like, if you have a good understanding of it, you're gonna be bored. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, like, it's gonna be like you're gonna feel like it's a waste. Yeah.
Exactly. Like I failed my first contemporary harmony class just because I felt like I knew everything, but I just didn't have the fucking discipline to just go to class and just, you know, I ended up having to retake that class just because, you know. I felt bored of it, and which is just so fucking dumb. It's like wasting money on college just to not show up. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so like at the time I was like, man, this is fucking stupid. Like every assignment I did, I still did good. It's just it would be turned in like a day late, or I would miss one class and I would miss a test and
like attendance check.
Exactly. Just attendance shit fucked me, and so like
you're like, bro, put a fucking test in front of me right now.
I know.
I'll beat that shit
exactly,
up.
Bro. Like let's chop it up about music theory for 30 minutes, and you'll know that like I got it. But yeah, it's just the discipline, and that's something college really teaches you. It's just how to just do the most boring, monotonous shit day in and day out.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't understand that when they're making music, bro. Like, or just people that like don't make music don't even understand like sometimes how boring it is sometimes to make a beat. Like, I'm not saying it's like it's fun as fuck. Don't be wrong. But there's sometimes that you're just trying to find that right sound or try to find that right note, man.
And it's discouraging as fuck, dude. It's discouraging because you could spend days trying to make a beat and everything that you make just like you feel like it sucks. Like you'll just. Yeah, I've definitely had weeks where I just didn't make shit.
Yep.
Because I was like, man, because
you're trying to force it.
Yeah. Or I feel like I lost my touch. Like my best days of producing like.
It's gone, dude.
Yeah.
Like you're like, I didn't know that was like the last beat I'd ever made.
It's like, damn, bro. Like, man, I was hot 2 years ago. Now I'm not. Like shit. But,
bro, and definitely like if whoever's like trying to get in this music industry, definitely you gotta have like a strong head. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Because just like he was saying, bro, like you can start making a beat and you think it's fire, then you can't finish it, and then you can't make anything for weeks, and you feel like this is like the end of the world. But like, it's really not. It's just, bro, like it's really all about creativity. It's not like you're going to a job and like just crunching numbers all day. Like that shit's there. Like your job is just organic as fuck. Like it's like a job that relies on like your little just like creativity. You know? Not just a body.
Yeah, it just relies on your ear. Like that's the main thing that if you want to focus on cultivating something, like cultivate your knowledge and then cultivate your ear. Because then that'll just, and then, you know, cultivate your ego to, you know, be able to rein it in and be like, okay, if I just start here, if I just start with this one note, then eventually I'll have a beat and eventually I'll be happy. You know what I mean? But just be happy with the process. Like, I missed the days where I first started. Where I was just making shit. You know what I mean? Like, I was just, and most of it sounded like ass. Yeah. But I was also
music theory out the window.
Exactly.
You're just like, fuck it,
I was
dude.
still so stoked. Like, all my fucking, like, my drum selection was ass. Like, I didn't know how to mix an 808.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm still learning that shit. But like, I just enjoy the days where like you're first starting and you're just like just crunching beats out and just having fun with it. You know what I mean?
Because I've definitely gotten to that point now where I used to crank out like 4 or 5 beats a day. I swear to God. And now it's like I'm getting so picky to what I want to make, bro. I can't.
But the quality's going up. The quality's going up.
Yeah.
So every beat you make, you're like, man, I can sell this shit.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like somebody wants to get on this shit now. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. So it's fucking, man. It's most. God, I didn't think about that much when I was getting into it, about how much trial and error this fucking industry is. It's really bad.
And it's so weird because like all the big companies, they just fucking they feed off of that shit. Like, because when you're starting out, you don't know nothing, and so you'll end up buying like a bunch of like plugins that say like, oh, this will bring your beats to the next fucking level.
Like you'll be the fucking next DJ Khaled.
God damn, bro. Fucking DJ Khaled, bro. He hasn't been hot in fucking like 10 years, bro. But no, like. But
another one.
Another one, bro. But no, like, yeah, like there's a huge learning curve to it, and you'll get suckered into, like, I've spent too much money on shit I don't need, you know what I mean?
Bro,
like, like, so I told you the situation with my computer of how I don't have a Wi-Fi card, so I can't like access the internet on it. So I just been using my laptop, and I had to go back to like bare bones shit. Like, I had to go back to just, like, the most basic. Like, I'm using, like, FL Studio users, like, they know Flex. And Flex is, like, it comes with FL Studio. It has, like, pretty basic sounds, but you can do a lot with it. And I had to go back to, you know, using the bare minimum. And it makes you creative. So, like, if you're in a rut with, like, making beats, just go back to, like, challenge yourself. Use the most basic shit and see what the fuck you can make. Because it's just, you know, sharpening your fundamentals, you know what I mean? Like that type of shit.
So when you're making a beat, because I'm still trying to figure out like my process, you know, because everyone kind of has like their process of like going about of making a beat. Do you try to fuck with the melody instantly, or do you try to get like the kicks and bass?
I'm a fucking weirdo about the melodies, man. Yeah. The melody has to be something that really like vibes. Really like, because a lot of people are like, man, it's gotta have a nice drum beat.
Yeah,
like,
it has to have a nice kick.
Yeah, it's gotta or like just a nice groove or like a nice like progression or anything like that. But yeah, I like the way shit sounds. I like the way like the vibes of some shit. Like, I played you a couple beats, and like the shit that I like to make, it's all different, and it has to, you know, be kind of unique, and it just has to have like a cool sound. And then I get to start, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I'll spend hours on just a sample before I even start fucking making beats. Yeah, and it's tiresome.
Or a chord progression.
And then like probably 80% of the time I just delete shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'll make shit for like 4 hours, and then I'll just delete shit because it's not hitting, or it's not. Dude. Like, I feel like I can't, you know, make it what it needs to be. You know what I mean?
But then once you get to that point where you're just like, man, this is my job, man, it won't feel as like devastating when like you like delete shit.
I cannot look at this shit like my job. That's detrimental to me.
Yeah.
I have no idea why, because I need to get like you can always be more hungry about this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I can't right now at least look at it like it's my job, just because right now it's, you know, like, just have my baby, and I love the kid, but like, I need some time to be able to be creative and be able to, you know, like, and that's some of my best beats recently have just come from that, being able to just sit down and, you know, like, hold my kid and then just crank out a beat real quick, and, you know, it's just it's pure raw creativity, and I was lacking that for a long time just because I was locked in the basement and doing homework and shit. Like, fuck all that.
Yeah, fuck all that shit. Man, dude. Man, fuck. The baby definitely is a big inspiration, I'll tell you what.
Oh, like, yeah, man. Hella. It brings some shit out of you don't fucking expect. Yeah. Like, my grandpa was giving me, like, good advice. Like, he said, the second you see that kid, it's going to be like lightning. And I was like, yeah.
You're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Like, I bet. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's going to change my life and shit, and shit's going to be different afterwards, but, like, the instant emotions, you know what I mean? Like, the second you see your kid. Like, were you there at the delivery room?
Yes. Well, so she had to have an emergency C-section. Okay. So she didn't get to deliver, but I was there when like, you know, like, in the C-section.
Yeah, the first skin-to-skin kind of thing. Yeah. Like, that shit is powerful, man. Like, immediate rush of emotions, because, like, you know, it's part of you, you know what I mean? It's like half of you. And so that's where a lot of, like, my latest inspiration has come from. Like, almost sounds. It's not corny because it's my kid. I'm not gonna say my kid's corny. But like, it's just pure emotions, man. Yeah. It's so cool.
That's hella cool, man.
It's dope as fuck.
And the people, like, man, God, some of these rappers, man. I mean, a baby don't help everything. Don't get me wrong, but man, if some of these rappers had a family and they like had that drive instead of just rapping about Xannies and getting fucked up all the time, man, like there'd be so much better music out in the world.
No,
man.
for real, like.
If people just had some kind of motivation instead of just trying to get their dick sucked, man.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there's a space for that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, some people want to fucking party and shit. Yeah. And that's fine. It's just, yeah.
Ever since I got into music, I've been really just into like what makes me feel.
I gotta show you the Saba album after this shit because I've been bumping that shit hella. And Benny the Butcher has a new album out. Fire, dude. Yeah. Fire
Check it out, dude.
Yeah. Like,
have you heard?
I ain't affiliated with him, but I bump his music. Have you
heard Corday's new album? Are you a big Corday?
Yeah.
Man, I fuck with it hella. It got hella criticism though. A lot of people didn't fuck with it.
Yeah, just because he's independent now and doesn't have like
Yeah, a lot of people were just like, you need to like up your game up, bro. And he's just fucking.
He's still making money.
He's just making his
music,
bro. Yeah, that's that's what I like about him. He ain't like trying to chase this. I have like my big mainstream. I got Jack Harlow. Who's like, bro, it's like But then like I start liking all these guys that are just in their own lane. You know, they ain't trying to chase like he's making his own company. Like now him and
Jack Harlow or Corday?
Corday.
Oh, okay.
Corday, he has his own company now with Gunna.
Oh, okay.
Or, God, I think it's Gunna. God, I could be wrong. God, I swear to God, it's Gunna. But he, they have their own company now, and they fucking just vibe out, dude, and like it's called High Level. And they just, yeah. And they just do what the fuck they gotta do.
Bro, High Level, if you need a fire producer, hit me up. That'd be fire. That'd be sick.
Dude,
like,
no.
Like I'll hit you up in a couple years, like. Beware, man.
Bro,
like,
no.
I'm feeling hungry, bro. Like, I know that if somebody needs a fire producer, like, they're going to hit me up.
That's what I keep saying is, like, if you have fire-ass music, you're sitting here like, bro, I can make the best beat in the world. But you gotta like, connect, bro. You gotta people. You gotta put your name out there.
Yeah. I haven't done that in, 2 years, and it's just, like, I feel like I'm not moving fast enough, but... It's just all of the growing process, you know what I mean? Like
we're sitting in his studio. He's like, man, this shit ain't.
But I mean, like, it hasn't been all me, you know what I mean? Like, and so.
But like that's some. Man, I'm like that same way. You just wanna. I'm never content where I'm at. I mean, family wise, that's whole different. But like, career, business aspect wise, I always want more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
A lot of people are like, man, you've done a lot in like the last year, and I'm like, yeah, I've done a lot in the last year.
Yeah, I'd be following you on like social media and shit. It's like, damn, bro, you really be marketing, and you be doing shit,
trying,
bro. Like,
dude. I appreciate you following and like looking at everything. Like some of the people like that do follow me from the jump stopped. They fell off, but no.
It's a weird energy, man. Like, cause especially if you start like with like friends and family and shit, like they care at the immediate, but if it doesn't like instantly blow up, or if they can't get clout off it, like they stop following fast.
Or if they're like, man, like, cause at first they're like, bro, I like know this person that's gonna be a fucking producer, and then they hear it and they're like, all right.
Yeah, they hear that you're just starting out. They're like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're like, oh no, okay, so he's gonna like have to go through all the hoops and shit. Yeah.
Exactly, and that's why I feel like I've been afraid to put out my own music just for that reason. And a lot of it was just like insecurity and kind of lack of confidence shit. Yeah. But like now I'm at the point where like, man, fuck you, I make good music. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and so keep an eye out for that shit. I'll probably end up dropping something maybe this year or next year, and some at some point. We're working on Codis's next album. My younger brother Moses, he's fire as fuck.
Check it out.
I gave him the fucking sneak peeks of all the beats, and he was rocking, bro. He was rocking.
Let's just say I need to get some ice because that shit was
bro.
Burning
That
me,
shit,
bro.
dude. On jaw,
that shit was
dude,
good.
on jaw.
Like I don't know. I'm gonna try. Do you guys have his other album on Spotify?
Yeah, I wouldn't listen to it. He'll say the same thing, bro. We made that in my bedroom, and the mix sounds so ass. I had no idea what I was doing. It was in my first year of audio engineering. We had fun. Let me tell you, like as a brother bonding moment, like that shit was fun. We had a lot a lot of fun.
But sure, like, but now, like,
but
the second album.
As far as quality goes, like, dude, this next one's gonna.
It's kind of. I was gonna say it's good though, because you have that to compare it to, bro. It's gonna be a step.
We got perspective. Yeah, exactly.
That's dope. Like, I mean, don't be wrong. If their first album would have been this one, but then people would have been like, all right, that's their first album. Now they gotta build off that bitch hella.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's the fucking. It's a weird sentiment, man. That's why people end up hating like the artist that they like. You know what I mean? That's why people started hating on Corday. It's like, man, he's not gonna be doing the same shit every. You're not gonna get the Lost Boy 80 years in a row. You know what I mean? Like,
you're not gonna get like that YBN attitude. He's a whole different like rapper.
Yeah, exactly. He's grown, bro. Like he's doing his own like new shit. It's
kind of like kind of like with Jack Harlow. Like I followed him before even like What's Poppin' was the thing. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
watched What's Poppin' when there was like 134 views on that bitch.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, all right. So I really got into him like 3 years ago,
Right,
and
right.
fucking I just hate how like his sound has changed. Like if you heard some of his shit back then, dude, he fucking just spit like a motherfucker, dude. Like just fucking didn't give a fuck. Like there was just hard, punchy beats.
Yeah.
And now it kind of sounds like he almost went mainstream. Like once
I mean,
What's Poppin'
like
hit.
as far as having a life goes, mainstream ain't bad, man.
Yeah.
Like he's getting paid.
Yeah, he's getting banged,
He's
bro.
like I mean, if I was at Jack Harlow's level, I'd be like, yeah, bro, I'm getting paid.
Yeah,
like, so
dude,
what?
for real.
Like you're gonna talk shit, but I'm sitting on millions. So.
It was like, yeah, you're sitting like, yeah, he's probably if he were some of his opponents, he's like, man, fuck you.
Yeah.
You're sitting there and fucking, you're still in school. I'm fucking making millions.
Yeah,
of dollars,
exactly.
Bro.
It's like,
yeah,
no, straight up.
Man, like, dude.
You listen to Kenny Mason? Kenny
I haven't for a long time.
Okay, so yeah, you got.
Yeah, he's like, you gotta like
dude,
pop, you gotta pop back in.
Because he's a like blending like kind of like rock and alternative kind of music with hip hop, and man, dude, it's so fire, and there's a lot of soul in it, and yeah, I remember like seeing his. You hear his song "Hit."
I believe so.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
But that was on like, and it's weird seeing like how they kind of make their moves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing that shit on Facebook, like the Facebook video like pages, like you're just scrolling and
Yep.
shit, and you're like I remember seeing his video when it had like a couple hundred likes. And I was like, man, okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're like, a couple hundred.
Yeah. Week went by, I saw it again, and I was like, okay, 1,000 likes, okay, cool, like that's fire, that's fire.
It's fucking getting clout, yeah.
And I was wondering why the fuck I kept seeing it, and then it says like the little like thing in the corner is like promotional advertising or something, you know what I mean? Like so he spent some money to be able to push it out. 2 weeks goes by and it's millions of views, millions of likes, and it's like, what the fuck? Like how did but it's just spend a couple thousand on some Facebook ad promo, and all of a sudden your fucking album. Then he like 6 or 8 months later he's got a song with JID out. Like he had Freddie Gibbs on that album. It's like, damn, like and I hadn't even heard of him before.
Right,
and so like seeing other people's moves, it's like, man, like
bro,
you can really fucking do it. You can
like,
fucking do it.
Hella people kind of dog on like marketing, but like, bro, like
that's it. That's the game.
Even
bro.
DaBaby said that's like what he did. He would go into clubs and pay the DJs to play his music.
Yeah.
Like
you could suck, dude. You could suck, and if you got good marketing, people will listen.
They won't give a fuck. Yeah, it's all, dude. Money talks.
You'll change somebody's life. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like I've definitely promoted some of our stuff. Like I need to promote it a lot more than what we do to get
I just need to start. I have not started marketing or doing anything like that.
But you gotta like watch out where you go, because then you start going down the rabbit hole of just shit that. Because like I said, there's a few people on Instagram that I started connecting with, but then like they're like, bro, this will guarantee you like a couple thousand followers. You start getting your thing, but all those followers are just all their marketing friends. That then try to like market you to market, and it's like
it's a weird cycle.
It's like, bro, am I just like, do all these marketers just know about me? Like, is that who you guys are just sending my shit to?
No,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
And then like you just gotta separate real from the fake, because then a lot of the like people that are big on Instagram and like Facebook and shit, like a lot of it's just bots. Like you see those posts of like Taiwan or like fucking like the back alleys of China where they're just big ass walls of phones, and it's just like a bunch of accounts and shit. And like,
oh damn.
Yeah. Have you seen you pay like $100, you'll get like 100,000 followers or some stupid ass shit. But like, yeah, I'll have to show you some
dude,
pictures,
that's crazy.
Yeah. They're just like fucking 10 foot high by like probably 40, 50 feet, and it's just iPhones, just like iPhone 3s with Facebook downloaded on them, and a bunch of like they make them look real too. Like they'll be like,
damn,
they'll be like frat girls from Idaho, like with like pictures, like stock photos of like U of I or some shit.
Damn.
Like cause so like anybody that's looking at it's like, oh my god,
like,
this guy's
real.
popping. Like wow, like how's he, like, you know what I mean?
That's fucking cool shit,
dude. Yeah, right.
That's hella cool, dude. That's a market,
but it's
man.
weird. It's fucking weird, man. Cause then like the main thing is just having like a sustainable kind of fan base. You know what I mean? You want people that are gonna tap in every single time you post.
Every time, yeah. You don't want to have to like pay for that promotion every fucking time.
Exactly. And it's just creating like real connections with that shit. And that's why I kind of want to start on YouTube, because I feel like I got some shit I could teach people. Like some shit I could say, and you know what I mean?
Bro, and you could almost like, there's like, people do like FL studio tours and stuff like that, or like walkthroughs and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you'd ever be into some shit like that.
Like that shit's interesting to me, but it's been like I missed the curve by like probably 4 years.
Yeah,
you know
doing
what I mean?
that
like,
now. Everyone's
like people
doing that,
were doing that big in like 2017. Like Nick Mira like really blew up doing that shit. You know what I mean? Well, and Juice WRLD. You know what I mean?
Juice. Yeah.
But
rest
like,
in peace.
Yeah, for real, straight up.
But fuck yeah, man. Like, cause him and Speaking of Juice WRLD, wasn't him and like XX and X like the last of SoundCloud?
I think so.
I was like, yeah, because I was looking up an article about that, how like the day that SoundCloud rap died, and it was like the day that like Juice WRLD or like XX blew up, and then that's when the fucking numbers were just
exactly. Everybody left.
Yeah, everybody's like, shit.
They're like, shit. They're on Spotify now.
This is so saturated
easy.
as fuck now. Yeah, I can't do it anymore.
I know, but yeah, like going back to like the FL Studio, like YouTube tutorials and shit. It's like, man, people have been doing that since like forever. And so it's hard to like I could follow like, you know, like Kyle Beats or, you know, like Simon Savita and be like, okay, well, what videos did they make? Let me just copy that shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing stopping, you know, a person from just recreating the exact same content. You know what I mean? But at the same, it's like, how fucking genuine do you want to be? There's this guy I'm gonna have to show you later, but all he does is record like 2-minute videos of him just vibing, just making music, and like that shit just seems so fucking interesting to me. With like cool shots, and like that's why I'm trying to learn guitar right now, just because that shit seems so fucking fun.
Dude, yeah, I've wanted to do that too. Like Neo down that Nehemiah, he has where he just has like a live podcast he does on Facebook where he's just making
I see him.
Making a beat from scratch. I want to start doing some shit like that.
I did that for a little bit, and then too many family members tapped in, and I was like, man, like,
you're like,
I can't be gangster, bro. Like,
yeah, I know, you're like
my great auntie's telling me happy birthday and shit. Like, bro, I can't. No, nobody's gonna buy this beat. Like, yeah.
You're like, shit, man. This is too soft.
Ask me if I took my pills and shit. Like, no, dude. Like, I can't. No, yeah.
She's like, you're looking a little thin. Have you been eating?
Yeah,
you're like, fuck.
God, I'm trying to tune this 808. Like,
oh shit. She's like, fuck, quiet.
No, yeah.
Man. Oh yeah. What else? Okay, yeah. I also want to talk to you about. So, who was like your big like? What was like the first music that you really got into? Like, was rap the first genre you kind of fell in love with? Rock?
My parents really raised me around like all of like everything. So I want to say the first songs I really remember, it was "Hey Ya" by Outkast, where they were in the green suits like that. Yeah, dude, that shit. Bro, I was like,
a polo ride.
I want to say I was like 3 or 4, and like we were in a hotel or some shit. Like, and I remember seeing it on like the big ass TV. I was like, man, this shit's fucking hot, bro.
Dude,
like this shit's fire. But I was raised on, you know, Tool and Primus and fucking and System of a Down, and my girl is big into System of a Down, and so like that's kind of how we connected. Shit is like just off of music, and like through high school I got really big into jazz. Like I could talk for hours about like Charles Mingus. I could talk for hours about like, you know, like now every single name that I know is out of my head, but I could talk about it if I needed to.
Yeah, no, jazz is a big influence.
Exactly. But I really didn't like find my own kind of sense of like hip hop, like the hip hop that I like until like probably 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
And because before that I was listening to, you know, like fucking Eminem and like, and I mean, no shade on like Eminem or like Tech Nine or Token or any of those people.
But like their time has passed, bro.
No, Token is coming up.
Okay.
Like I just say just because like he was kind of blowing up with Tech Nine there for a little bit, after like YouTube rapper and shit. But yeah, I was listening to them and Hobson. Yeah, Hobson. Man, who else? But yeah, I was like I look back and I was like, man, it's a little corny. You know what I mean? Like Tech Nine's dope. Like I'll always like respect him for like Caribou Lou and shit like that. Like I was like 5th and 6th grade just bumping that shit. Like should not have been listening to that shit, but I was.
Man, like it sounds like you had a pretty like good grasp of like music though.
Oh yeah. I'm just a big fan of music.
Big music head.
Yeah.
My parents were always like, I mean, they love.
Oh, it's a truck outside. My bad.
I was like, no, man, that was just that
I
fucking.
thought the nuke was going on.
I was like, that was just the fucking 808.
Yeah. I was like, damn, bro.
That sounded loud as fuck.
Yeah.
But anyways, no, like my family was like they all like love classic rock and shit. But my family loved like my mom was a big Nelly fan, so like one of the first songs I ever heard was like "Country Grammar" by Nelly. And I was like, what the fuck is this, bro? My mom, like the biggest thing that got me though was I'd never seen like my mom like just vibe out to a song. Like, you know, like my dad always played the radio movers. And then she heard like, and then they put on a Nelly CD, and we were like going on a road trip. And mom was just fucking like going ham.
Yeah,
and that's like, damn, dude.
Yeah, I respect my mom a lot for that type of shit too, because she really like just kind of taught me to express myself with music. Like, this is a little personal of a story, but like when I was really, really, really young, like 1, 2, like in the bathtub, she would play Outkast, "Ain't Nobody Fresh as Me," or like, what the fuck what's that song? Fuck, now I'm fucking forgetting.
Is it? I think
So Fresh and So Clean.
Yeah, So Fresh and So Clean.
Yeah. And so it's just like little shit like that really like reminds me like why I really love music. It's just because like little shit like that, it makes life fun.
Yeah, bro, and that's like core memory. Like
exactly, yeah.
Inside Out reference. If y'all ever heard seen that movie,
the core memories.
Yeah, core memories and
dude,
shit.
We've been watching so much like Disney movies,
Disney stuff. Recently.
Yeah, because when my girl was big and pregnant, like we just vibed out and watch movies and cook food. And,
you're like, we're gonna have to watch all
exactly.
this shit.
We watch every Disney movie, bro. Like shit's fire.
Encanto is the shit.
Encanto is the shit, bro. I know.
My fucking kid sings to that shit almost.
Oh,
bro.
I fucking bet, dude. I'm so glad like he's like my son's not that old yet. Yeah. Like we got a little bit of time before every Disney song is stuck in our head.
Yeah,
but dude. I bet it like you don't talk about Bruno. No.
No,
yeah,
dude,
yeah,
no.
Yeah.
She's fucking surface pressure, dude. He's
oh,
like, tick,
dude,
tick.
Yeah.
She's literally going
Press
like
a
tick,
drip,
tick,
tick.
Yeah, dude. She's like tick, tick, tick. I'm like, dude, hell
that's
yeah.
Like, that's what's up. No,
but definitely like you're saying, like, listen to the same fucking song over and over again, bro. Fuck. But I'm
glad I missed like the Frozen craze. Oh my god, dude.
I've never shown her. Frozen.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm never, dude.
Oh my god, dude.
But I like Disney Plus, bro. We started watching like she likes Hannah Montana, bro.
Oh,
I mean,
fire.
It's kind of cringy knowing the whole like backstory. But I ain't ever gonna tell her about the backstory.
Yeah.
But like,
ain't gonna let her see her now. But
but I'm like Hannah Montana just like went off and had a lovely life, dude.
Yeah.
She watched That's So Raven, dude. Yeah.
Oh, That's So Raven, so fire.
We tried to watch Zach and Cody, but man, that shit's so bad.
Is it? Yeah.
Like
they'll teach them bad shit.
No, just bad acting, like just cut so
bad. Can't watch it. Yeah,
it's like 2005 camera, so it's just like glossy,
just crunchy.
Shit. Dude. They put that bitch over the camera. It's like
up.
God, dude. But no, that's I'm definitely like glad that we're in the stage right now. She's starting to like learn her personality, man. She's really starting to like. You can tell like she's just her own human being. Like she has but. Man, that tantrums, bro. Fuck, dude.
Yeah, it's easy to, like, everybody says, like, the newborn stage it's rough. Like, yeah, it's rough. And he cries. But
you're like,
there's usually a reason, you know what I mean? Like, there's a reason newborn babies cry. And it's usually a list of, like, 4 things. Like, and you just run down the list. Did you eat? Okay, you ate. Did you poop? Okay, you pooped.
Do I got burp? Yeah.
Do you need sleep? Okay, if you exhaust that list, then you just let them cry for a day. You know what I mean? And then they just conk out. But yeah, I'm not really looking forward to I'm crying because I don't know how to express my emotions, that type of shit. Like that shit's gonna be rough.
And we're trying to, like really trying to get her to use her words, bro. Like, or just try to like communicate with what she wants, bro. Yeah, because like obviously like same thing, like she's crying for something, but
exactly.
Just can't.
She can't quite
tell us what it is.
And like every day that goes by, like the reasons just get more and more complex. Like, so you can't really stay on top of it. Yeah,
especially like not dogging on like females. It's like we all have mothers, but even Hannah, she's like, bro, like. Damn, she's like, I've had 3 little sisters and 1 little brother, and all of my little sisters act like this, bro.
Yeah.
And she does too. Like, you take away like she's just like playing with your car keys, and then you have to go to work. She'll fucking like start headbutting the floor, like dead ass. My kid will start like headbutting the floor, and I'm like, what are you doing?
I know, but it's just the lack of being able to express themselves, and they, you know what I mean, like.
It's crazy being a baby if you think about it, bro.
Exactly. Life seems hard. Mm-hmm. Life seems hard as a baby.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's like, oh, you're just a little baby. I'm like, bro, just imagine, though. Like, because no one, like, remembers, but imagine, like, them being just as cognitive as, like, we are now, but they just can't express.
And they can't use their body in the same way.
Like, how pissed off they must get, dude. Like, fuck. Dude.
Exactly.
And then we're just like, what's wrong? And they're like, I'm fucking trying to tell you.
And they don't understand. Well, I mean, they probably do, but it's hard for them to grasp, like, unfairness. Like, if something is unfair, then, that'll set anybody off. You know what I mean? But like, since we're old, and I don't want to say I'm old. I'm only 21, but like I can understand when something is unfair. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, no problem. Yeah. But I know my son is gonna be like, oh, I get 1 less cookie than you did, Dad. Oh, you're done.
You're done. You're like, even though you're fucking like 20 years older than me.
Exactly. It's like you're done.
Yeah. No, I definitely get that. Like, she wants to like. She's getting to the age now, like, she sees us eating with forks and shit like that now. She says, fuck her plastic fork. She wants to eat with a metal fork. And we're like, oh, bro.
You're going to mess your teeth up,
yeah,
bro.
We're like, fuck. We're like, you just started getting teeth. You're
going to start eating with plastic forks.
Plastic fucking, like, plates, everything like that, dude. But no, like, man, one of the biggest blessings, though, definitely. Like, I would not know where I would be at if I, like, wasn't with Hannah or, like, had a baby. I'd probably be in some, like, dumb shit.
No, straight up. I'm so thankful for my girl and for our son. And,
yeah, dude.
And just because it's just been such a, like, we didn't really know where stuff was going to end up, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, it's just a kid. It throws a wrench into everything you kind of had planned. But
It does too.
like, so the beginning we were scared. We were like, man, are we gonna be okay? Are we gonna, be able to, pay our bills? Are we gonna be able to have like a house? Like, are we gonna be comfortable where we're at and that kind of stuff? But you just go at it with love and with a hunger, and shit ends up all right. You know what I mean? And so I'm really thankful for that.
And bro, we're like doing it right too, because we're trying to like better our like kids. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
We're not content
That's the
with,
goal, man.
We're not content with what we're doing, because I don't know like what you do for like and your job like right now, but I work at Walmart, so I'm like I don't want my kid to be like, oh yeah, my dad works at Walmart. Like that's like what he decided to do with the rest of his life.
Exactly.
You know, like aim high.
Yeah, exactly. But. And I mean, dude, there's nothing wrong with having like a job while you pursue dreams. That's how everybody starts that way. You know what I mean? And I've been fortunate enough to live off of some savings from last year,
which is good,
and
bro.
a lot of help from our grandparents who are fucking awesome. But and I mean, like, they just deserve to be around. You know what I mean? They're just incredible people.
That's
and
awesome.
So, like, but no, I understand what you mean, and it's just setting an example. And and then me and Lily have talked about it a lot of what kind of parents do we want to be. And I definitely want to be the kind of parent that is just like, man, you can do anything you dream of. Anything. Just as long as you're willing to put in the work, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like, I will never say no. The world will say no. Like, your mind will say no, but you can still do it. You know what I mean? And so that's just I mean, like, if I got to get a job, I got to get a job. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
damn, and that's like the exact opposite of like how my parents were. Hey, yo, shout out parents, because I know my parents watch the podcast. But,
fire.
But they fucking they didn't like limit me, but they definitely were like, bro, you only have like a couple options in your life.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, shit. Like, that really like deteriorates you as like a person. You
exactly.
know? Like, but I want better for her just to know that like. Just like what we're doing, like your art or like what your hobby can be your
it can
career.
be your job.
Yeah,
it can be your career.
Yeah.
And it's the moves you make, and it's the people you know, and it's how hungry you are. You know what I mean? And because I watched my dad, as a felon, not be able to get any nice job, but he was a hard fucking worker, and he was strong, and so he could get $30 an hour jobs busting shit that nobody else could bust down. You know what I mean? And so that's I kind of got that from him, is like, if I need to, I can always destroy my body to provide. You know what I mean? And so it's a weird feeling knowing that. But I'd love to be able to just continue to pursue this shit first. You know what I mean?
And you would love to be able to like hold your grandkids and shit like that, and be around for your grandkids, or like be able to keep up with your kid.
Not
like,
have a fucked up body and shit. Yeah.
I don't want my kid to be like 16 years old and I'm like just fucking like, man, I'm just dead. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because that's how like my dad was. He was just always dead, and then he always just like play poker. So he was just like, I'm not gonna. Like,
no, I hear you.
Yeah, that's like that was his thing. So, man, a lot of people give us shit about our generation, but I feel like our generation's gonna be alright. Like, we got some fucks, bro, in our generation. It
must be weird being able to see your kids and your grandkids being able to make livings off of doing shit on the internet. Like that must be a trip,
dude.
Because for their generation, it was like the internet is somewhere you went to learn, or somewhere you went for like leisure, that type of
chat
shit.
with your friends.
Exactly,
like that,
to fuck off, you know what I mean? Or play video games, or, do whatever. But nowadays, it's like, man, you can fucking make money.
Dude, no, my parents are just completely bamboozled by the whole cryptocurrency and
metaverse
thing. They're like,
I mean, I am too. I don't fucking
I'm still, but just the fact that that's a thing.
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
Like, the internet is just, fuck, man. Like, it's, like, all the people that are out there working your hard jobs, like, I, like, congratulate you, but, man, it's not always gonna be like that. It's gonna be one day where it's just machines, bro. Like
exactly.
And
I mean, there's gonna be like a select jobs that we need people to do, like welding and shit like that. But as far as like being a cashier, like, dude, I went to fucking Walmart the other day, and it is a trip. Like, because they took out all, how they used to have like the big ass long lines, the big long conveyor belts that you can use, like 4 people could stand at and put all their shit on, and then you get to the cashier. They are short as fuck now. I couldn't even fit like half a cart full of shit on that conveyor belt. I had to wait for it to go up, and then I could put more shit on it. And then there's like like those boxes, like the big
like the self-checkout thing.
Yeah, the big self-checkout areas. There's 2 more now. Yeah. And so, like, there's more self-checkout than there is, like, cashiers.
Yeah, they're all just standing there.
It's a trip, man.
Dude,
I know. I walked in there, and I was going to check out, and there was, like, 4 cashiers just standing around doing nothing. Yep. It's like, I'm like, good for them. Like, take a break. Like, no problem. But it's weird to see where it's going. Since I work there,
I know what they do. They literally just wait for you to get help. Like, they have their handheld, and they like, register 3 is jammed.
Yeah,
Go in unjam it.
Just vibe,
And I'm like, bro, that's not me. I just could not do that.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
could not do that for the rest of my life.
If I had to get a job doing something like that, I just want to be in the warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let me get like forklift certified and let me vibe. And
Yeah,
that's
let me
it.
vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's play some fucking music while we're back here,
Dude,
too. Like,
have you seen any of the any videos about like Amazon warehouses or anything like that?
I've seen some of like their warehouses.
It is a fucking trip. It is a trip.
Like,
I worked there for four-ish months, and oh my god,
it's constantly going.
Okay, so let me describe my job to you. So what I did, I was a glorified fucking shelf stalker. Like I was a high-speed shelf stalker, that type of shit, like Olympic level type shit. So I would stand at this kind of almost like it was like those tables that have like the little rolling pin things,
like
and so like you can like roll shit on them, and then there's like little trays with like scanners on them. They would roll these totes onto my thing, and each of these totes had a barcode, and it would slot into this little section, and it would get scanned on the barcode from up top, and then they would send. They looked like these little. They almost looked like big kind of hockey puck kind of things, like big Roombas.
Yeah.
But they could move. I want to say like 3,000 pounds up to 30 miles an hour. Out on and so like you're separated from like it's called the robot floor, like the AR floor, and it's just a big ass like cage. And if you step out there, you're immediately fired, like no questions asked. If you're out there, you are just fired because like you'll die. You'll just die.
Yeah.
Like because these things be fucking whipping, like they'll be like 2 inches like from each other, just whipping flying. Bring in like these shelves. Okay, so let me go back to like what my job is.
Yeah.
And so it would scan this tote, and each tote like would be coded to have a specific size of item and a specific number of item. And so these robots would bring you a shelf, and so they're like big like storage shelves with 4 sides with different sizes of pockets, pretty much. And so it'd bring you like, if you had like a couple big items, it'd bring you one, and it would turn it so that you had like the big sections, and then you'd be able to put your big items in that, and then you press a button and it takes it out. Yeah, exactly. And so then the next step of that is like, it goes to somebody who takes it out and puts it on another little tote and then sends it down to shipping, that kind of shit, like based on like the order or whatever. And so that was my job. For 10 hours a day, I would stand and I would just, move stuff. It was rugged, dude. It was fucking rugged. Like the most monotonous job. Like you could, like they're a couple steps away of just being able to replace all the people that did what I did with robots. Like they made us the most robotic you could.
Fuck, man.
Like, and you were timed by every single item that you put in. You were timed by every single, I got fast. I got like probably 3 seconds in between items. Like that was the fastest, and I mean like it's based off like an average of like how many items you scan. So like little items will bring your average way down, but like having like a big ass tote for like 400 fucking chapsticks, and you're just scanning the same chapstick over and over. You crush one of those in like 30 minutes, and then like you're waiting on like big spaces to put your big items. Dude, it was so fucking ass. Dude. I made like $18.25 an hour.
Yeah.
And I worked the graveyard shift, so from 6:30 p.m. to 4:30 a.m. That's what I did, and it was ass.
Dude, yeah, I bet you're sitting there, and you feels like 2 hours go by. And
oh
it's
my
like 20
minutes,
dude.
Yeah. I mean, the first 6-ish hours go by pretty quick.
Yeah,
it's not terrible, but then after your lunch break,
and
then you come back. And then it's just slow. It is just so slow.
I've seen so many people like on TikTok live. I don't know how they get fired. Like don't get fired, but they're like on live while they're on the Amazon belts. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I've seen that shit. Like what you're talking about, where they're just fucking like.
Yeah. I'd take 10-minute shits. Nobody ever caught me. Every day I'd probably take 4 to 6 10-minute shits.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm. Just go like not even shitting, just going just sitting on the toilet.
Dude,
yeah. Because I mean they'd time you, but I cracked it. I won't say nothing. I won't incriminate myself because they'll probably get mad at me and because they keep emailing me asking me to come back. So I don't want to fuck that job up just in case I need to go back. If I need that bread, I can go back.
Yeah.
But I figured out you could take 10-minute shits every like hour or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like I still work at Walmart or else I got some shit, but I play the system very well. Like I'm just on like the brink of like I play it. So I've been there for about. It's gonna be three years now, and fuck, dude, 3 years at Walmart. Give me a fucking break. Yeah, dude, I've been there now, and I've seen people like they've taught me like how to play the system,
how the
bro.
System works.
Yeah, dude.
And that's what you got to do if you're working like a fucking monotonous ass job
big
you hate.
Ass corporation, bro. Yeah, like some people, dude, like like you said, bro, some people take half an hour shits, bro.
And I mean,
Do what you gotta do, bro.
So what?
Yeah,
so
and,
what?
And like they play the card that like they can't get mad at you because like that's a bathroom break, like
Exactly.
HIPAA law, bro. Like you can't discourage someone from going to the bathroom. Yeah,
Exactly.
so they do that all the
That's
time.
so
dude.
fire, and it's so funny because like I would take those those me time breaks. Hit the nick in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Just go
Yeah.
vibe. But you can't think about the job that you're doing because I thought about it in the way of every single item that I'm putting in here or in the shelf is making Amazon about $10. That's just the way I thought of it. Every item is about like it averages over the night to about $10 per item. That type of shit.
Damn.
I would put 11,000 items away a night.
Fuck.
1,000 items an hour. And so they're getting like I'm helping that company make fucking bread, dude. And I'm getting paid $18.25 an hour. Going home every night with $170, $180, and then it gets taxed.
Then it gets taxed. Yeah.
It's like, oh my, you can't think about the job that you're doing, or else you'll just get bummed the fuck out.
Yeah, dude.
It'll bum you the fuck out.
Yeah, and that's God. I'm really bad at that too. Well,
Yeah.
It's like, bro, like I don't think like I'm like better than people. Don't get me wrong, but it's like. My mindset sometimes I feel like it's just a little higher than some of those people.
Exactly.
Like,
some people get too comfortable,
yeah,
bro.
they're
It's
way
so
too comfortable.
scary,
Dude.
dude.
I see people like I'm there for 3 years and I already hate it so much.
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah.
get the fuck out.
Yeah,
People have like the 20, 30-year badges, bro, and they are still
It's
there
rugged,
forever.
dude.
Same
It's
position as
rugged.
me. I'm like, how have you been here for 3 decades? You're
Just
still
loving
the same,
it. Just
same
vibing.
base level position, bro. And they're like, yeah, it pays the bills. And I'm like, bro, I don't.
It's
just
like, yeah,
wanna-
it does, but
I don't just want to get by.
yeah,
You know what
no, I mean,
Like,
I'd rather struggle and feel fulfilled at the end of the day. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And that's me and Lily talked about that too. Is like, I asked her, I was like, "Are you okay with being broke?" And she's like, "Fuck yeah, I'm okay with being broke." And that's when I knew I was like, "Okay, we're gonna be all right." You know what I mean? Because I know I'm totally fucking cool with being broke. Like we can just be barely making it, and I know I'd be okay as long as I'm doing what I'm doing, and you know what I mean. Like, and I know we'll never, we'll never go without. My kid will always be fed. My
Yeah.
kid will always have clothes. My kid will always, you know what I mean. Like he'll be taken care of. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like we won't be struggling.
Yep.
Eating fucking chili.
Cheese
every night.
sandwiches
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
exactly. Yeah.
I had me a good old cheese sandwich back in the day.
Oh,
man.
yes, sir,
Fuck,
for real.
Dude, God. Couldn't even we didn't afford butter to make
You know,
grilled cheese.
yeah. You know what my grandma used to feed us for breakfast every so often? Well, pretty often. It was cinnamon toast. You ever had cinnamon toast? You take bread and you toast it. And you put butter on it, and then you put cinnamon and sugar.
on it?
Yeah, dude,
Yes.
that shit was the
That
shit.
shit
Or
slapped.
fucking tomato sandwiches, just mayonnaise, tomato, and pepper and salt.
Ooh,
Dude,
shit.
used to be bussin'.
And then
like,
now you try it and you're like,
I'm like, oh my god, dude, how do? Yeah.
I tried to make. Okay, it was this is a funny story. Now you ran the cinnamon. Dude, I thought that was just like my family thing.
Yeah,
That's funny
no,
as fuck.
Yeah, no. But I mean,
s-
I can get it why my parents do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's cheap.
Yeah.
Your kid ends up,
loving the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Well, I tried to feed Hannah one time for it. I was like, bro, Hannah, check out. Like, this can be our breakfast. I'm like, this shit used to slap when I was a kid.
Mhm.
And then she eats it. And I'm eating it, and I'm already like,
What is it? What do you make for breakfast?
Oh, so like this is the cinnamon toast crunch.
Oh,
Yeah, this is
okay.
like that. This
The
is like
cinnamon
that,
toast.
that-
Oh,
the
okay,
cinnamon
okay,
toast.
yeah.
So I'm sitting there and I'm about to eat that. I'm eating it and I'm like, this does not taste like how it used to. And I
Yeah,
see
yeah.
Hannah's face. She's kind of like,
I mean, as a kid, it's bussin', dude.
yeah,
It's sweet.
She's like, it's good. I'm like, you can tell that shit's bad. She's
Yeah,
like, it's
yeah.
not good at all.
Yeah. Bro, I've been on a fucking breakfast sandwich wave, bro. I am a
sandwiches?
breakfast sandwich fucking machine, dude.
Dude.
I got it down to a science. I can make a breakfast sandwich in like 5 minutes. Like I got because
Like
it's
sausage,
all
fucking
it's,
egg and shit like that.
No,
yeah.
It, like deli ham.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. So
okay.
like a smoked ham or Black Forest ham
Ooh,
type shit. Because it's easy. It fries up in like fucking 45 seconds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it's just all about the prep. You got to get your English muffin separated and in the toaster before you even crack the egg.
Yeah.
You got to butter and it's just all about, like use garlic salt, use seasonings and shit. Make that shit cracking. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I'd be flexing my breakfast sandwiches. You can ask my baby mama, bro. My son is 80% breakfast sandwich for sure. For sure.
For sure. So what's like the let's see, like what's the dream for like this? Like what's the end goal? I know you guys want to have like your own recording, like your own business, anything like that. Are you guys trying to make like your own label? You guys trying to make like do this like this is a production company, just like a studio?
So I'm honestly I don't want to say I'm along for the ride because I don't want to act like what I bring to the table isn't of value.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh no, it definitely, bro. It
Yeah.
definitely is.
But,
It definitely is.
but as far as like what the space is gonna be and what the dream is, like it's not really up to me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
TS is the mastermind behind all this shit. And so whatever he kind of decides, I'm fucking down with, because I know it's going to end up fucking dope.
Yeah.
Everything he's proposed to me so far has been fucking dope.
Yeah, you
and so, like, I know, like, to me, this motherfucker can't do no wrong, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, man, like, tell me. Yeah, exactly. Give me opportunity, and I'll rise to the occasion, and I'll try to create value wherever you need value. But for myself, for my dream, I just know I just want to do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I want to make music, and I don't, like, I have no interest in being famous, but I have interest in being prosperous. You know what I mean? I want to be well off. I want to be comfortable.
Yep.
And
not just scraping by.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't want to say, like, I want to be, like, content, or, like, you know, like, I don't want to say, like, I'm down with, like, just settling for where I'm at. But I want to be at a point where, you know, like, I don't got to worry about my kids' college. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't got to worry about none of that. You know what I mean? I don't got to worry about house payments. I don't got to worry about, you know what I mean?
Like, and just knowing that, like, your biggest task of the day or whatever is just making music.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, fuck, man. These
talking to rappers. Like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, you're like, shit. I know, like, we're sitting here like, God, we got to go to fucking work. But then you wake up, you're like, man, I got 3-4 rappers messaging me. I got to do this chord progression. I have to mix this.
Exactly.
Man, yeah.
Like, that's the type of stress I'm trying to have.
And you're like, man.
Yeah, and just the dream is to be able to, like, you know, pass the hunger on and you know, give.
Would you are you gonna make a little mini producer out
producer?
Of your son?
He's gonna be a musician. For
yeah,
sure.
musician.
Like, he's already got. So there's a really funny story. But we were driving down to Clarkston and because we were going to visit, like, family or something like that, and we were just bumping and. We were listening to Tyler the Creator, and Lily was like, "Oh my God!" And I was like, "What's the problem?" It's like, is the baby coming? Like what's happening? Like, what's happening?
On the road.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. That was the biggest fear, like, having to give birth down in the valley or some shit. Like, but no, he absolutely loves music. Like, we put out music already,
he's just
and
bumping.
he just vibes, bro.
That's hella
he was
dope.
listening to Tyler the Creator, like his Igor album. He loved it.
That's dope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so that's just the goal, is to, you know, and I mean, I'm not gonna try to, like, you know, force music on my kid or anything like that, but I definitely want him to, you know that
down that path.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and he's got to know that he's got it in him for music if that's something he's interested in.
Yeah, and then, like, you know, start your own little family, like
exactly, family band,
family business, bro. Family band, family business. Like
I'm not having more than 2 kids. I don't think we're gonna have more than 2.
Dude, fuck! I remember when Hannah first got with me, like, she was like talking about how she has 4 siblings. She was wanting to have 4 kids, and I was like. You know, at the start, you're like, yeah. Then in my head, I'm like, I am never having fucking 4 kids in my life.
I have 5 siblings, and I don't know how my dad did it, bro.
Dude, no.
A 7-member household.
Family, yeah.
Like, oh my God,
providing
dude.
for all of them, dude.
Oh
like,
my God, dude.
Man,
Yeah.
couldn't even imagine.
That's a weight I don't want to have.
I told Hannah,
you know what I mean?
definitely, I went 2 for sure. Like,
yeah, I think two's like
family
sweet
of
spot.
4 is like
cool
as fuck.
Chilling.
Yeah, chilling as fuck. Like, but I was always like hella, like, when I first got on my own, I was like, bro, I need to, like, carry on the family name. I need to have a son.
Yeah.
And then now I've been more on my own. I'm like, bro, if I don't have a son,
we thought my son Ivy was gonna be a girl for the longest time.
Really?
Yeah, up until, like, the last fucking ultrasound. Like, that morning, it's really funny. Her little brother Ethan guessed that he was a boy.
Damn.
Right as we were walking into the doctor.
Shit.
He was like, we were like, okay, Ethan, any last guesses? And he's like, it's gonna be a boy. I'm like, man, I had dreams that this is gonna be a girl. I know, like, I can see her face right now. We walk in, and they're like, here's a little wink, and I was like, damn, bro, like, it's. I mean, we weren't upset. You know what I mean?
But like, you already have, like, your mindset. You're
exactly,
like, oh, damn,
exactly. Because
Yeah.
I was totally ready to, you know, have a girl, and because I bet that's a different type of love. You know what I mean? Like you look at women in a different light after having a girl, you know what I mean?
Dude, no, for real. Like, definitely, like, and then just seeing, like, some of the jokes that you see on, like, TV sometimes, you're like, as a kid, you're like, yeah, it was funny. And then now I'm like, man,
I'm like, damn, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want Chloe to be like, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Hannah's really trying to, like, wants to instill that, like, self-worth in her, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, a lot of the women, like, we've noticed in this world, I mean, men too, don't get me wrong, but men are a lot easier at hiding, like,
exactly,
it, like,
or dealing I don't want to say dealing with it, but yeah.
Definitely putting it away.
Exactly.
Like, we're really good at putting it away. But,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
A lot of people in our generation just have not that much self-worth.
Exactly,
Like, it's not that self-confidence, and that's what she wants to instill in her. Like, she even has it painted on her crib. Like, there was a quote. It's like, you're smart, you're beautiful, you're kind, you're worth it. Or
that's some
like
beautiful
that.
white people shit.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that. No,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Just so
I'm
she
actually,
knows.
I'm proud of you guys for the family that you guys have.
No, and I'm like, it's
nothing but love for you guys.
It's crazy just to know that like other people you went to school with have
exactly.
kids.
Yeah.
Fun.
Do you know Austin Arnett?
Yeah.
And Taylor Swift?
Yeah, that's his cousin,
they're cousins. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're close homies, and they were like one of the first people to find out that we got a kid and stuff like that. Because I remember like going over and seeing Asher like as this little young buck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's cool to see like their little prosperous family. Oh, I don't want to say little, like no dissing, but they're prosperous family and shit. And it's like, man, that shit's inspirational, and like that's all I want. You know what I mean? Because that's the goal. That's just it.
And like my some like Hannah's dad was telling me is like people that have families are really blessed because some people in their lives never find that one to have a family.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like some people never like we have something that some people in their lives will never be able to experience.
Exactly. Every single relationship I've seen my parents in has just not been cool. You know what I mean? Even like, and I don't want to talk shit about my family, but like they're still not in good relationships, even though they're still together. They've been together for 17 years, like 15 or 17 years or some crazy ass shit. And they still, it's not healthy. And so that's just the one thing that I want to pass on is like, hey man, like to my son, like your family loves you, kid. You know what I mean? Yeah. And your family supports you, and you'll never be. I mean, you'll be told no.
Yeah. But like you'll never be told like you can't do something,
or you're not worth something, or you know what I mean. And because that's just the way I was raised. Is like I wasn't raised by my parents. You know what I mean? Like my grandma raised me. My aunties raised me, and that type of shit. And I was raised by purely women. I don't even know how to be a dad. I've never seen a dad. You know what I mean?
Oh shit.
And so like I know the ideal type of dad that I want to be, but it's gonna be fun, Exactly.
Dude, you're also like, you're crafting him, and you're also crafting yourself.
Exactly,
at the same time, It's a freaking blessing, man. But hey, man, is there anything else that you wanna shout out? Anyone you wanna shout out? Anything you wanna say before we get up on out of here?
I mean, I don't usually. I'm not comfortable doing plugs and shit, like, because I don't really even got nothing to market yet.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like
just wait, like. I got music coming out at some point. Like,
shout out!
My beat's hot.
I haven't met TS yet, but shout out to TS for fucking doing
Devontae Pearson, TS. He's the shit, man. Shout out, shout out my uncle. Shout out my uncle James. He's awesome.
Right on Sprague, dude. It's gonna be popping.
Right off the freeway, man.
Dude.
I know this shit's gonna be hot.
Yeah, I didn't see the sign at first, and I was
wait till we get a sign, bro.
The sign. Ooh, I know. I was waiting for it, and it was like, you're here, and
I know, because it's like a kind of suspect building, you know what I mean? You see it from the outside, it's like, damn, this shit kind of looks rugged.
Yeah. Well, then I didn't see the cars, and then I saw the car in the back. I was like, well, there's somebody in this bitch.
Pulling up.
Dude, no, it's gonna look fire, man.
But shout out the homies. You guys have been, providing me opportunity beyond like what I feel I deserve, but I know that I do deserve it. You know what I mean?
You're just trying to stay humble.
Exactly.
And that's a big thing, bro. Like J. Cole, you just gotta stay humble, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
That man will never ever say that he's the greatest producer or like one of the greatest people in the world.
Exactly.
You know in his head.
Exactly.
He knows
like when I'm making a beat, bro, I let my nuts hang. You know what I mean? But just sitting here like doing podcasts and shit. It's like, man, like I'm just a person. You know what I mean? We're all just human.
We're all just human. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like I have the alter ego of ZOM-B, but I'm still Brandon.
Exactly. Yeah.
But man, I appreciate you having me up here in your studio, bro.
Yeah.
I was really excited to have this. I was telling NGS about down there that I'm coming up to interview in your studio. They're like, he has his own spot. I was like, bro, he has his own spot.
We outside now.
We out here, bro. We out, dude. Have you guys got your shit on like Google yet? I mean, probably not. But
I want to say he was flexing to me recently
that
he's got you can now tag the location on Instagram.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so you can do Panoramic Dreams on studio or on Instagram. That shit's fire as fuck.
That's to say that's gonna be fire as fuck. Just like look up Panoramic Dreams.
Yeah, or look up Hip Hop Studio in Spokane.
Yeah, just a picture of y'all up front.
Exactly, bro. Just fucking squatted, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for having me on, bro. This was actually fun as fuck. Doing more podcast shit would be fire as fuck. You're always welcome.
Dude, I was gonna say I told Hannah, I was like, this is probably be like a regular trip.
Yeah,
once a month, twice.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever. So
you're more than welcome, man.
Yeah.
And I'll be definitely hitting you with like some samples, and we'll bounce files back and forth. And you're
dude.
More than welcome to any knowledge that I've accrued because I've got it in it from like people have passed this knowledge down to me. So, and I'm down to just spread the love and to people that are fucking into it. Yeah. People that are hungry. You know what I mean?
And next time I come up here, I might bring up one of my one of my rappers with me
Most
to kinda
def-
check out.
Yeah,
check
most
out the
definitely.
studio. Yeah, they
Yeah.
said they want to check out the
I
studio.
haven't seen Tyree in a long ass time.
Dude,
It'd be
yeah.
cool to see him. Like, but anybody, bring up
Bro, no,
anybody.
I
Anybody from
know.
NGS. Anybody, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for
Like,
real. No, Tyree needs to, bro. Tyree, if you're watching this, bro, we need to get back in.
I got
in the
hard
studio,
beats for you, bro. I
was
got
like,
beats
bro,
for you, bro.
Tyree would snap on some of these
Yeah,
beats.
I got beats for you, bro. Don't even trip.
But anyways, you guys were here with Third Eye View. I'm ZOM-B. I was with the one and only Noa Pakootas from Panoramic Dreams
Yes, sir,
Studios.
that's me.
Man.
That's me.
All right. See you guys
All right.
later.